Okay, welcome back for part two of our video series on our AR maturity model. This is Cade, founder of Brewster Consulting Group. Today I'm going to be talking about the AI foundation. So, in our first video, we really went through an overview, right? We went through kind of our framework, our approach. We wrapped your head around core business functions and conceptually how you can think about it. Now, today we're going to talk about these first four levels of the AI maturity model, and that is the AI foundation, or that's what we're calling those initial ones. So, again, going back to this slide, I want you to think about the core business functions in your organization. I'm going to use invoicing as an example for the sake of this video, right? So, if we're talking about the invoicing process, how do we build operational maturity for our invoicing process, right? And I'm just using that as an example. You should take the same kind of method for evaluating all of those critical functional processes inside of your business. But the first step is at our level one, the operational maturity level is clearly identifying and defining the process. So in our case, the invoicing process, and clearly having process ownership defined. You need accountability for the process because that's going to wrap into that cultural adoption for AI inside of the business, right? So if you have that, the AI capabilities when you're kind of at this lower end of operational maturity with a process is really just to begin having awareness, beginning to get buy-in from the executive team and from the process owner. It's really kind of more of an education process, and that's the AI use cases here, right? Starting to educate them on some of the tools that are out there, ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, all of those types of things, right? Starting to get them really familiar with what is out there, because as you start to advance your operational maturity, you're going to start to unlock some more use cases, but you've got to start that cultural change very early in the maturation process, right? When we move up to level two, once you have clearly defined ownership and you've clearly defined your processes, then you want to process map your process. You want to create process documentation. You have to understand how your process currently happens if you want to have success integrating some of this technology. And in order to do that process mapping, you also have to identify your subject matter experts, right? You have to know who are the people on the ground who are doing this every single day, who are sending the invoices in our invoicing example to make sure that those are going to be effective, right? Some of the AI capabilities at this: doing reviews of your process map, helping create the process map, identifying bottlenecks in the process map. These can all, you can use AI to accomplish all of these things at this level of maturity, but that application is all going to be an ad hoc usage from the business stakeholders. And that's something that you'll see as kind of a theme or pattern in these lower levels of AI foundation. There are a lot of applications of AI, but it's almost all ad hoc usage. By ad hoc usage, I mean an individual business owner, maybe the owner of the invoicing process, uses ChatGPT to examine their process map and identify bottlenecks, or maybe they use a different system to really help create the process map, right? Like whatever that is, it's all kind of ad hoc usage from the business stakeholder. Then from there, you evolve into KPI definition. How do we measure success on this process? A gap analysis. How does this process perform now versus how would we like it to perform? And reporting and measurement, starting to get reporting on KPIs in place via Excel, via Power BI, or some other tools like that, whatever the case is, right? Helping to get that in place. So, again, what are the AI capabilities? Well, it can help you define KPIs, can help you formulate your desired future state, what it could look like, can help you build measurement systems. It's really great for helping you build analytics and tools like Power BI or Excel, or you can even drop a data set into a tool like ChatGPT or Claude and ask it to analyze it, right? So there's a lot of applications here, but again, it's just ad hoc usage from the core business stakeholders, right? They're an individual is doing work and they're pulling in an AI tool to do this work. From there, you can move on to standard operating procedure creation and a data dictionary build at level four. Now, sometimes level three and level four could get reversed, and that's kind of okay. I like having the KPI definition and reporting first because you can use the reporting on KPIs to identify best practices, and then you create SOPs on best practices, and you build your data dictionary on the KPIs that are defined. But those two can kind of be mushed together a little bit. Those are the next levels of maturation operationally, which leads into AI capabilities like SOP creation, data dictionary creation. And again, this is going to be ad hoc usage from stakeholders, but you'll also at this level of maturity start to get tactical low budget AI solutions. And what I mean by tactical low budget AI solutions is there are AI solutions out there that do a specific thing, like automated SOP creation. So there is one that I'm blanking on the name of right now, but we have kind of a repository of AI solutions that we're building that will basically you share your screen with it. It will observe what you're doing in your screen while you're doing something. So if you have a digital process, and it'll make an SOP on what you've done on your screen digitally, right? So it's a great tool. It doesn't cost a lot of money, maybe like 20, $30 a month per user, right? So it's pretty cheap. That's what I mean by tactical low budget AI solutions. So at this level of maturity, you can start to spend, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, $100 a month on these individual AI solutions that you can pull in and really get some value out of with specific use cases. But again, these use cases, these are like an individual business stakeholder who is using that tool to accomplish a very specific task like SOP creation, right? So those are the uses in that AI foundation. So the question is, why did we structure it like this? Why did we put all of those things together in order to build up to what's going to be the next video in our series, which is AI data preparation? That's a great question. And the answer is because if you want to start to have widespread enterprise level application of AI, you have to have a few things defined. You have to understand what your processes are, i.e., process identified and ownership. You have to know how they happen right now, i.e., process maps. You have to have success metrics and good reporting on those success metrics, i.e., KPI definition, reporting and measurement. And you have to know best practices and have clear technical definitions for your core metrics, i.e., standard operating procedures and data dictionary. When you have all of those things, you have a lot of the inputs, which will go into the next step, which is data preparation or data architecture in order to support it, right? If you don't have processes mapped, you're going to have a really hard time getting to the level of granularity that is necessary to have enterprise-wide application, because you don't even know how your processes are happening right now, right? If you don't know what your best practices are, if you don't have technical definitions of your core metrics, if you don't know what your KPIs are on any individual process, if any of those things are missing, those are just gaps that you're going to have to fill in before you can effectively implement AI at an enterprise level. So we advocate for building a roadmap and maturing into a place where you've already made strides, you've had some ad hoc usage and tactical low budget usage of AI solutions, and now you've grown into we're ready. We have all the prerequisites, we have all the inputs we need. Now we're ready for the next level of maturation, which is AI data preparation. And that's what we're going to talk in the next video of our video series. Again, I hope this was valuable. If you enjoy it, like, subscribe. I know a lot of you are probably sitting in these levels 1, 2, 3, or 4 as far as your business maturation journey goes. You are not alone. That is the most common place for anyone to be. Don't try to swim across the ocean immediately. Use an intelligent framework. It can be this one or another one, but use a framework to start taking incremental strides towards being ready to truly implement AI in your business. If you'd like to talk to us about it, reach out, like, subscribe, check out the video wherever you're doing it. Really appreciate you guys listening. We'll be back for video number 3 covering AI data preparation soon. Appreciate it.